How's it going, everybody? Ryan Brazier today, and we are back with episode 4 of our Montreal Canadiens franchise mode. And if you guys remember the last one, we made a pretty big deadline move. I'm sure most of you can already see something isn't right here if you were going by the real Canadiens roster. That is one Taylor Hall on the Canadiens. So we did make a move. We traded Carey Price for Taylor Hall. We were kind of in the playoffs. It didn't end up working out for us, but we did acquire Taylor Hall, and I think we have a very good future going forward. So if we want to go ahead and view our contracts really quickly. Our first line of Drouin, Domi, Hall, I think it's going to be a very good first line. Gallagher could even slot up there. I could move Drouin down, depending on who jumps. Expiring contracts, Justin Williams. He does want to come back. He's 38. I don't think I want to bring him back. Let's go ahead and take just a look at our forwards right now. We got Hall, Domi, Drouin, Tatar, Gallagher, Kotkaniemi. I said that in the wrong order. Paling, Danault, Armia, Cousins, McGinn, Wheel. Probably, maybe, sorta want to bring Cousins back. In the system, we have Cole Caulfield still, who's up to an 80 overall. That's brilliant to see him jump up that high. He played pretty well for us in his rookie season, only playing 54 games before I believe I sent him back down. He did well in Laval, 20 goals almost in his rookie season, so that's exactly how I wanted to see him play. He's an 80 overall. He will be on the full-time roster. So if we think about our lines heading into the draft, we obviously got our first line there. There's our second line. He'll probably replace Williams on the third line. Danault will be a fourth line center. Probably we can bring in Cousins. I would like to see if I can move Danault. I don't like paying him $3 million. We do have $11 million in caps, no. We have $20 million in cap space going into next season. As far as defensemen we need to move, I don't know if we need to move anybody. We still have Weber, Petrie, Gardner, Chiarot, Juleson, Mete. So I'm fine with that. I think I'll re-sign Noah Juleson here. I think I called him Nick Juleson in the last one. That made a lot of you cringe. I apologize. Olofsson here. Gustav Olofsson, depending on what kind of contract he wants. I don't know if I want to do that. What is that? Can I, I can't tender him yet. Xavier Ouellet also wants, wow, that's a pretty hefty contract for a guy like Ouellet, who's a 76. Now, of course, I think his morale is playing into that. He hates me, so fair enough. I haven't played him at all. And then in goal, we got Lindgren, but we got Jimmy Howard, whose contract is expiring, and Keith Kincaid. So neither of them want to come back. I'd probably have to overpay Keith Kincaid to get him back here. I'd like to bring Keith Kincaid back for one more year. 1.75. I'm fine with that. No raise or anything like that. If he's not going to accept that, that's fine. As far as other guys that I think Cousins, definitely want to re-sign Cousins. Oh, 2 years. That's a solid deal. I think I'll take 2 years so we don't, we aren't tied to him. Oh, he's only a potential bottom six forward. Maybe not then. I mean, wait, he's asking for a discounted contract. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and re-sign him. Let's go to all expiring. McGinn, Hudon, Pekka. I can get into these guys after the draft. But if you guys remember, it did cost us a first-round pick this year, which kind of sucks because we would have had a pretty good pick. All these guys are medium elite up here, so they all would have been fantastic. I guess I'm in more of a win-now mode with this roster. Hopefully we can make some moves in free agency. But if we go to our draft board, we can see where we're picking still. Projected picks. We are picking in our second round pick, which is 7th overall. Our first round pick was 7th overall. So we would have gotten somebody pretty nice. But I think Taylor Hall is a pretty nice asset, and I'm not going to keep waiting or making you guys wait. So let's go ahead down here to picks 38 is about where we're going to pick. Some guys in here, Oscar Whiting, Weidenhall, Hadfield, maybe Hadfield. Jaromir Pitlick as another guy that could. Do we know of any potential studs in the draft? Wong here, Nicholas Wong, probably not going to be that good. We could also try and trade back up. Alfred Barkland is another guy our scouts say to go after. I don't really see any true gems in here. Some medium top 6. They're at 98. That is a good pick. I would take a 17-year-old. And that's what Central Scout says 98. Our Scout says 101. I'd still take him. Same thing with Jace Griffin here. So a couple guys to go target. Low top 6 there. Davidson. Probably not. Rhett Reinhardt. Okay. Maybe a guy to go after later in the draft. I don't know if we should go after a defenseman or a forward. I think we're pretty set with forwards. I think we need some more defensemen that are going to fill that number 2 pairing. So that's what I'm going to look to acquire here with our second round pick. Unless somebody's got their first round pick on the block and it makes sense. Let's go ahead and view retired players. Double checking. Henrik Zetterberg hangs it up. So does Chris Kunitz, Martin Erat, Derek Roy, Drew Stafford, 2 Sabres there. Former Sabres. Seidenberg, Gilbert, Reed, Gotch, Garrison, Mitchell, Nate Thompson retired. Okay, interesting. Did he have a kind of contract that I was worried about? Nope. Goaltenders. Let's go to goaltenders. See who retired in the goalies. Just two. Toivonen and Gustafsson. Only 2 goalies that retired. Coaches retiring. Wow, that's a lot of coaches retiring. Nobody from Montreal or Laval. So that's what you like to see. None of this actually matters to us simply because none of these guys... Chris Mueller is now a scout. Okay. Go to view draft day interviews. Let's go ahead and conduct some pre-draft interviews to uncover more information. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm definitely cool with interview. I've not actually tested this out, so you guys are going to be able to see this for the first time. Well, let's interview Weidenhall if we can't interview player. Let's see. Skills, playstyle, personality, and interview. Let's chat about playstyle. Let's talk about his strengths and weaknesses. I'm more than happy to discuss my strengths and weaknesses. Tell me what... Yeah, let's go... we only have 3 questions remaining. So strengths. What is considered his greatest strength? Got to be skating faster than most. Accelerate quickly. New topic. All right. Oh, let's... I don't really care about his personality. Let's go with play style. That's actually a good one. Readiness? How ready do you think you are to play in the NHL? 3 years. Okay, so his NHL ETA is now 3 years. And let's just go with play style. Yeah, that's interesting. Uncovering some of this stuff. Join the rush and still be the first man back. So it sounds like he's quite speedy. Hoping to put on your jersey come draft day. All right. I actually like that a lot. Playing style, he's a 2-way defender. He's a good skater. And he's NHL ETA of 3 years. So I'll take that. We now know he's a 2. We know that Victor Hadfield, maybe not. Oh, I'd like to get Hendrix Lapierre if we can. Center, medium top 6. If he falls to us, I'd be happy because we know he's a top 6. So let's go ahead and ask him. Wait, do we need to uncover any more information about him? He's not very gritty, physical, but he is good at face-offs and foot speed. He seems to be a decent player with B's and C's. Won't be ready for another 4 years, which is kind of disappointing. Kevin Shattenkirk is in the draft. Okay, Kevin Shattenkirk is in the draft. Oscar Whiting. We'll go with Whiting. Play style. Let's because if he's just gonna tell me how long it's gonna take him. NHL ETA 4 years. Interesting. Player info. Do we have his player type? Maybe a grinder. Oh, he's a forward. Okay. Oh, he's a grinder. I can't believe I just ignored the fact that he's a grinder. I don't care about their personality. Strengths. Consider his greatest strength. Has to be my shot. Now, a shot better than most, and I can put it on net for my own end if I wanted to. Wow, this guy's pretty confident in himself. Wouldn't you say? What don't we know about him? Really, his weaknesses. They say he's got a hard wrist shot. His shooting's pretty good. His weaknesses look to be his skating, but let's ask him and see if his weakness is actually his skating. That defense is lacking. As a grinder, I guess our time is up. Okay, and the interview. Thank you. He's complimenting the organization. I really appreciate that. Oh, we can only have one more interview. Let's interview one of those late sleeper guys. This guy, Jan Misak. Instead of Jace Griffin, we're gonna go with Jan Misak. I do like the fact that this guy is 6'2", but this guy, Jan Misak is younger. He's got a real face too, which could be kind of nice. He's also a sniper. Do we know? Ooh, we actually do know more about him. NHL ETA is 5 years. They're both 5 years away. Okay, so I guess I don't need Hendrix Lapierre. Did I already interview this guy? I think I did. No, we already knew about him. He's 4 years away, so... Theo Rocher, I would love to get him to fall to us. Dang, he's got a good shot, too. He's only 3 years, similar style to Marc Messier. This is interesting. We should probably go after guys that we don't know a ton about. Lockton, his NHL ETA is 3 seasons, it looks like. He looks like he's got a good shot. Okay. Ashton Davidson. We know this guy's 3 years away from the NHL. This is pretty good. It actually makes me think about it a little bit. Let's go ahead and interview some of the 2-bar medium elites that are like this guy, Las Rantanen. Oh, or Ruslan Nikulin. We could find our goalie of the future. Oh, he's 5 years away from being in the NHL. This guy's potentially only 4 years away. Pick 50. I'd be okay with that. Damon Hunt, probably not. I've looked through before. I don't remember that name. Real faces scare me at the start. You know what? Let's talk to Lassi Rantanen. Interview this player. So what don't we really know about him? We know he's an offensive defenseman, so we don't need to ask him his play style. We need to ask him what his biggest strength is. Maybe his ETA. We know his scheme fit. So he's a cycle and pinch. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. We should ask him what his biggest strength and weaknesses are. So, strengths. Consider your greatest strength. Skating. How about your biggest weakness on the ice? Skill player. Physicality is not there. I'm okay with that. We got one question left. NHL ETA, we know, I'm pretty sure, is 4 years. We can uncover it more, I think. New topic. What is personality? Obviously they're not going to do, they're not going to tell you what his potential is. So play style, let's just go ahead and ask him what his readiness is so we can uncover that fully. Let's see what they said, because that's unfortunate that it doesn't show it there. It says 3 years, so he's actually more ready than I would have thought. So Central Scouting ranks him at 50. Maybe a guy we can look at. Trade up to the back up into the second, maybe? I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get Lassi Rantanen in here, but would be pretty nice to get him. And now it says full bar, so I guess what they tell you is true. So Lassi Rantanen may be a guy that we can go after. But let's go ahead and start the draft. That was actually pretty interesting. I'm cool with that. That's a nice addition. Does anybody have their pick on the block that I could go up? The Devils do have our pick on the block. Give me that pick back. Okay, so I can't... I wish that they just added that in there instead of find trade and then go in. I wonder what our first would be worth. What would we have to do to get it back? Like, that's just what I want to know. Draft picks. Give me this. Oh, that's editing our trade block. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. New Jersey Devils. What would it take me to get my first round pick back? Because I want that 7th overall pick. Find a trade. Brendan Gallagher and Mete. Paling and Tatar. Caulfield Tatar. Gardner Tatar. Jonathan Drouin. It's not worth 7th overall. I don't think we're going to find somebody worth that up at the top. Or at least at 7. We could go to try and find a trade at 9 because we're still going to get a good player at 9. The Arizona Coyotes want to trade. I'm willing to trade up for another pick. They want to give it up too, so let's go ahead and check out what they would want. No trades found, even with an open block. Okay. I guess if we traded into the teens then, that would be a more reasonable move up. For like the Capitals, 15th overall. 15th overall, we could still get a solid player. Washington Capitals. Let's see here. Are we going to be able to make a move in this draft? I don't know. I'd like to, as you guys can see. I'd like to get back into that first round. Gardner and Mete and a third. I don't want to get rid of Gardner. He's a good player. His contract's not terrible for me right now. I'm going to hold on to that. I don't really want to move on from either of those guys. I guess we could trade back up with the Devils for 17 or 18 or 19. At that point, the Devils probably is the last bet I want to have is pick number 17 here. Draft picks. Pick number 17. With Tatar and Deneau, Gallagher, Noah Juleson, and Philippe Deneau. Oh, we'd have to give up Juleson, though. And it would only be 17th overall. I do want to get rid of Deneau. I do want to get rid of him. I wonder if we can move him now. Let's go ahead and find a trade real quick and see if we can find a trade for Philippe Deneau. He probably doesn't have a ton of trade value, but doesn't hurt to open it up and take offers. A second, a third, and Nyberg. 2/3. 2/3 this year. Not there. A second from the Rangers and a fourth. I would take a second, I think. Jonathan Dahlian. Ooh, a second this year and a fourth this year. Could be interesting. And a second. Ooh, and a second and a third this year from the Vegas Golden Knights. I think I might just take this deal. A second this year and a third this year. I think I'm going to take it. We need just load up on some prospects. There we go. Boom. Another contract I want to offload is Carl Alsner. And, of course, there's not going to be a single trade found. Does anybody want Marco Scandella? He's an expiring free agent. Wow, they're actually going to give me picks. They give me a 7th. I'm going to lose him for nothing. So I don't have any intention of re-signing Marco Scandella. So I could just cheese it and get a 7th round pick, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to let him walk. So salary-wise, who is up there that I no longer want on the team? Thomas Tatar, maybe a guy to look to move. Maybe. He didn't have a particularly bad season, but he definitely didn't have a good one. He took 30 less shots. He played a minute less. Wow, he shot horribly. So he's probably due for a bounce-back season shooting, I'd hope. Domi, obviously, is staying on the team. Joel Armia, we could see if somebody maybe wants him for his $2.6 million next year. 4th and a 5th. None of these jump out at me. 4th and a 5th there. 4th and a 5th there. 4th. I like the 2 fourths. 4th and a 5th. I don't know if I just want to dump him and get rid of him because then we're signing a bunch of players. And I'd rather take the beast I know with Joel Armia rather than the unknown. But that $2.6 million in cap space could be kind of good for us. So I think I'm going to accept the Philadelphia Flyers trade for Joel Armia. That's okay. Marco's upset. I don't care. Sim to pick number 38. Perfect. That's our next pick. So I'm glad it actually tells us now. Trade down 1 spot and pick up a 5th. I'm going to accept that trade. I'm going to decline this trade. Because I don't want to trade down that much. Weinhall, okay, so Hadfield, Weinhall, and Winding are all gone. Shattenkirk is gone. LaPierre is gone. Pitlick is gone, so I guess we're kind of just taking a shot in the dark now. More so. We got this guy who we know is medium top 9. He's not going to be ready for another 5 years. I'd rather just take a guess on one of these guys, I guess. Rhett Reinhardt is 4 or 3 medium top 4. I don't think I want to take a chance on any of the other guys. Valery Loktianov could be another option, but that's a little too late. I think I'm going to take Rhett Reinhardt. Reach a little bit here on Rhett Reinhardt. It's only 14 picks, I guess. So offensive defenseman, medium top 4. Hopefully make the pick. Medium top 6. Okay, and he's a 61, so he's not that much worse than Weindal. Let's just sim the pick. Vasyanov. Good player there. Medium top 6, 64 overall. It would have been a lot nicer than Rhett Reinhardt. But we'll sim to our next pick here. Don't want to keep trading away my pick, but I appreciate... Oh, an immediate elite goaltender just went. Who was that? Nikulin? Did I look at this guy? Ruslan Nikulin. I definitely talked about maybe drafting him. I definitely talked about potentially picking him up. Oh, man. That would have been such a nice one to get. Isaiah Beck, Finley here, Jack Finley. None of these guys look too promising. I have no clue anything about these guys. Latkianov. I think I'll just take Valery Latkianov from Belarus. And medium top 9 power forward at 63. So, not the end of the world, but seem to pick 69. Now, this has got to be a good pick because it's pick number 69. If this guy turns out to be something special, then Boris Sokolov. What is with all the guys from Belarus? Belarus is just churning out talent now. Apparently. Oh, Nicholas Wong. There's no chance he's high elite. Is there? Is there a chance he's high elite? Lucas Cormier. Artyukin. Sergei Artyukin. I think I'll take Sergei Artyukin. 2-bar, medium top 6 could be decent. Medium top 9, not the end of the world. I have a thing against taking players with real faces simply because they're not going to be good because they're not generated. Decline that trade. I do appreciate, though, that teams are trying to move around in the draft. You know what? We'll just, let's trust the scout. Brock Flynn or Rodney Moss? Brock Flynn. Brock Flynn is 6'5". Jesus, 6'5" or 6'4". The Latvian. We'll take the Latvian. We'll trust our scouts. And he's a 61. All right, I'll take it. Moss would have been better because Moss is better. Hands down, Moss is better. So I guess I should have taken the American, but you're just shooting here in the dark. Misek, yes. All right, we'll take Misek here. The guy who's a medium top 6 forward. He's probably not got good overall. 57, yeah, but he's medium top 6, so he could grow. Toporowski. And that extra 5th we acquired is now actually going to help us take Marcotti here, or Jake Neighbors, probably not. Austin Heron, Brady Burns. I thought it might be Brent Burns. Andre Kennis, can't trust the 2-bar. I've learned that. We'll take Felix Antoine Marcotti here. Medium top 9, maybe he'll be something someday. 62 overall, so not too bad. Sim to pick 105 here. I guess it's time to... well, you know what? Screw it. Let's take a shot on Andre Kennis. Could make it. Could break it. Not going to break it. But certainly not going to make it. Just a flyer at that point. Not one from Philadelphia, but Adam Raska. Do we want to take Christopher Innes? He's got a real face, though. Cal Clefbaum, Emmett Pierce from the Flint Firebirds, the Malmo Redhawks here. Souch, they say to take Carter Souch, but do I have another pick coming up? Yes, I do, so hopefully we can take Carter Souch. Let's go ahead and take Cal Clefbaum here, because we know at least a little bit about him. Medium bottom 6, okay. Not gonna be great, so... Pierce, nobody else was really that great either, so I'm not too upset with it. Souch, he's probably not going to be medium elite, so we shall see, though. Could we go bottom 6 forward? Okay. Is that Dylan Cousins on the trading block? Because we've got Jay Griffin there is still available. So Jay Griffin... Oh, that's proposing a trade. I would like to target Jay Griffin. I forgot when he was supposed to go. I think maybe it was right around here. He's probably going to go right before us. Foxa, Bennett. Oh, Jansen. I thought Jansen has the potential to be good. Make a pick. I think we'll take that guy that I have pinned. He should be coming up here. Griffin. We got another pick. We might as well just take a flyer on some of these guys here. Nikolai Suglobov. We'll take Suglobov. Why not? Center. Estonian, medium bottom 6. Yeah, we got to pick right after it. I don't care too much. But we do have medium top 6, Jace Griffin. So we'll take him. He's a 48 overall. Something tells me he's never going to see the NHL. You can always hope, but I really just don't know. Chris DeSantis, we'll take him. I'm not even going to bother deliberating. Medium backup. Not great, not terrible. I can't be too upset with a late 5th round pick turning out like that. They want me to take Josh Lawrence. I want to sort by potential. We'll take Ivan Andronov just to see if he is. He's not going to be medium elite. I can guarantee you that. Medium top 6 though, that's not bad. I'll take a medium top 6. I'm not, ecstatic about it, but it certainly beats an AHL player. Yeah, not listening to the computer. Marco Curry, Yuri Kuznetsov, Marco Curry. He's a two-way forward. I guess we'll just take him. He's projected at 227, so low elite, low top 6. Look at that. Our later round picks coming in the clutch, I guess, because they would definitely be worth more than what their draft pick says. And we had a decent draft. Wasn't great. Got some medium top 6 players in there. Now time to the re-sign phase where I think we're going to make our money this season. 2 scouts are... so we need a Central and an SHL scout again. So... SHL, US Central, re-sign him, whatever. I don't have owner mode on, so this doesn't even matter. Just offer them those contracts. 20,000, what was that, 20,000 a year. Noah Juleson, Nick Cousins renewed the contract. Keith Kincaid decided to reject it. I'm not going to offer him too much more money. He's just a backup goaltender. Really not too worried about him. $17 million in cap space, though, for all these expiring contracts. Justin Williams, I am going to release him. I think he'll probably drop off a bit. Same thing with Marco Scandella. We'll qualify Juleson, offer him a contract. 2 years. I think 3 years at 1.9 could be pretty good value for him. McGinn, we're just going to release Jamie McGinn. Hudon, offer him a contract. See, that's the thing. I don't like the fact that we'll just qualify. I'm going to release him. Pekka, release Pekka as well. Weiss, we'll just release, offer contract, I think. Maybe. No, I'll just fill out the AHL later. McCarron here. Fonstad, I'll give him a contract. His ELC, why not? McCarron, offer him a contract of 2. Oh, I can't even offer him. Okay, 1 year at 775. Yeah, welcome back. Xavier Ouellet, what kind of contract do you want, bud? 3 years? No, not for a 76 overall. Barber, offer you a contract. He'd still be a UFA or RFA when it's not going to make a difference. Offer him a contract. Philip Veroni, Friedberg. Oh my God, there's so many players to re-sign. I think I'm going to go through and re-sign all these guys, cut this part out of the video, and then I'll let you know who re-signs. So there was really only one notable player that I did offer a contract to, and that was Jimmy Howard. If he re-signs for the contract, he wants to test, okay, he only wanted like $2.25 million. And I was like, I can't pass that up if Jimmy Howard's going to be my backup goalie. Verone, okay. Noah Juleson resigned. McCarron, okay, beautiful. And then we signed a bunch of our prospects. None of them are ever going to make this team. Max Freiberg, okay. All right, so it looks like we're pretty much all set here. We do need to re-sign one of our 2 goalies. We still have $16 million in cap space. So that, is not the end of the world. Veroni, if you don't want to come back, I'll release you. And same thing with you, Freiberg. Goaltenders. Jimmy Howard does not want a contract extension. I could give him 1 year at 2.5 because he'd be a decent starter if a guy like Holtby is not a free agent. So 2.5 is not going to cut into our cap space all that much. I would like a bona fide first-line center. I don't think Max Domi is that center, but you never know. Overall, Pietrangelo, we could sign Backstrom for a few years, maybe get another elite defenseman. A guy like Connor Sheary, wow, is an 86. He must have had one heck of a year. Or maybe not, I guess. Oh, no, he did put up 51 points. That would be a good year for Connor Sheary. I'd be really happy with that as a Sabres fan. Braden Holtby is a potential free agent. Same thing with Robin Lehner and Corey Crawford and Jakob Markstrom. So any of those guys, I'd like to go after Braden Holtby. Wow, he had a poor season, and his overall is suffering because of it, which means we could get him cheap. Hopefully. I'd pay for Braden Holtby. Advance the day. Avery Turco. Oh, that's the scout. And yeah, that's also the scout. Decided to reject the contract renewal. He wants to test free agency. I'm not going to stop you, bud. Go ahead, Keith Kincaid. I'll give you 1.85. See if you accept that. Hopefully he does. I'd like to bring back Keith Kincaid. He's a very solid backup. To reject the contract? Oh, man. That is rough, dude. I just need to bring back one of these two goalies, and I think he is the better play. $2 million, 1 year, $2 million. You're getting a raise, a substantial $250,000 raise from where you were last year. Decided to reject the contract renewal? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna sim to free agency, and we're gonna see. We're going into free agency with no goalies. Beginning of the year, you'll have 31 contracts. All teams must be at 50 contracts. Currently have 31. We need to sign 19 players. Is that? Jesus. Okay, I guess I need to be at 50 contracts. Roman Josi, Anthony Mantha, and Braden Point are free agents, but I am not going to go after them. Too much money. Roman Josi actually signed for less than that in real life, and that was just today. A guy like Muzzin, 30 years old. Braden Shen would not be a bad guy to go get. Neither would Mikael Granlund, but he wants 6 years. They're both 28. Gustafsson would be another good guy to go after, probably. We have 17 million cap space, but the big one is goaltenders. Braden Holtby only wants 1 year, less than $6 million. I'm going to offer him a contract. What would you want for 4 years? It's tough because 1 year doesn't give me a lot. We'll go with 3 years. And I think probably 8.25 because I don't want to lose him. Because we need a goalie. He's still cheaper than Carey Price by about $2 million. Calgary's the other team that's interested in him. So 3 years at 8.25 I think could get it done. 1 year at $6.5-7 million could be interesting, but I'd like to lock him down for a few years. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Yeah, that's what he wants for 4 years, so we'll give it to him for 3 years. Please accept that. I'd like to bring back Keith Kincaid. Honestly, 30 years old, highest rated backup here on the list, so we'll go try and give him 1.95. Beautiful. So that's just about 10 million, which would leave us with about 7 million in cap space to maybe go after somebody like a Mikael Granlund, who would be, I think, another solid pickup, or a Gustafsson, but I do like our defensive pairings. Kevin Shattenkirk would be a cheap option to go after. Wayne Simmons, Eric Howla, more guys that we could go after on the cheap. So let's go ahead and take a look at our lines right now. I know we can't look at them, but so first up, let's go with forwards. We got Hall, Domi, Drouin, Gallagher, Tatar, Kotkaniemi, Paling, Caulfield, Cousins, Wheel, McCarron, Suzuki. It looks like I need to fill out the depth of this team. So maybe an 85 rated guy for it might be a little much. So if we go ahead and sort by not seeking, but forwards. Oh, I didn't even look at defensemen on our own roster because I know we need goaltending. Defensemen, I am fine with defensemen, honestly. With Jake Gardner on the roster, I'm cool with it. Whatever. Defensemen, we got Weber, Petrie, Gardner, Sherratt, Juleson, Mete. That's fine with me. I don't think I need to upgrade there too substantially. I think we do need one or two forwards, so some maybe $2 million guys down here. Some $2 million forwards. Okay, so Pominville's an option. He's 37. Frolik, he wants 3 years at the age of 32. He's okay. He's a pretty decent defender. Nemesnikov, Janmark's a sniper. Craig Smith, I like Craig Smith, but he wants 3.1 million. Does he would fit on our second line, forward line 4. Tyler Toffoli would fit on forward line 4. Wow, okay. Would any of these guys fit? Frolik, forward line 4, all power play line, so he could be a guy that could deputize on the power play. Where would Pominville fit? Forward line 1. I don't think I'm playing Pominville on line 1. Is there anybody else down here? Patrick Marleau, but he's 40. He's probably going to regress pretty hard. Nieto is 80. Wants $2.5 million. I think, a guy like Patrick Maroon. I like a guy like Patrick Maroon. I think he'd be a good fit for this roster. I'm going to offer him a contract of 2.25. See if he accepts that. And then one more guy. I think a guy like Frolik. I mean, I know he's 2 years older. We'll see if we can get him for less years than that. 2 years at 2.75. And if he doesn't want that, that's fine with me. So I think we should have just enough to sign Braden Holtby to the contract we offered out. I wish it showed you how much you are currently offering. A first and a third for Derek Savard. Savard went for an... what? Columbus, you just acquired that man. Interesting. All right, advance to the next day. Frolik accepted. Keith Kincaid accepted. Maroon accepted. Sherratt, that's tough because Sherratt doesn't justify his price tag, does he? For $3.5 million, I could probably get somebody better than Sherratt. Sherratt's a 79. I think I'm going to do this simply because I could get somebody much better for that price. We would upgrade our third and a fourth for a second next year, not this coming year, but yeah, I'm going to go for it. Which is now going to leave us with even more cap space. $14 million in cap space. Roman Jossi's still a free agent. Hopefully, Braden Holtby accepts our contract. There's still some other guys out there. And as far as defensemen, UFA defensemen, like for $3.5 million, okay, I guess I would upgrade to Kevin Shattenkirk. Honestly, from Sherratt, for not that much more money, I'd be okay with it. Petrie did well on that second pairing, and Kevin Shattenkirk could be a really good offensive defenseman next to Shea Weber. Advanced day. Boom! We did get Braden Holtby. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Braden Holtby is now a Montreal Canadian. So very pleased with that. Let's go check out some defense. We have $7 million available for a defenseman. A guy like Roman Josi. Do you wanna stop by, Roman? Just, pop in, say hi, offer you a contract. Do you want $7 million? Okay, no. I can only offer him that much money. So it's not going to work out, unfortunately. Wait, Shea Weber's a right-handed shot. So is Kevin Shattenkirk. What are the right-handed, left-handed combinations that we've got right now? Defenseman. We don't have to spend all $7 million either, but Shea Weber, view profile. He is right. Petrie's right. Gardner's left. Juleson's right. Mette's left. So we probably need a top-line left-handed defenseman, which is why a guy like Roman Josi would be so sick to get. I mean, is anybody interested in him right now? Nobody is interested. We could wait and see if we could get him later in about a week or so. So we'll just advance day. A few more days, and I think the 10th is the next big signing day. Nobody's interested in Roman Josi. He hasn't really dropped his asking price. Jesus, Joe Thornton. $6 million? That's a lot of money. He took a $2 million contract IRL. So we'll go after the 10th. We'll go to the 11th. I want to see if we can maybe snag Roman Josi on the low here. He's dropping that asking price. I'd sign him. I'd sign Roman Josi. I 100% would sign Roman Josi to this team. Braden Holtby, Roman Josi. What an absolute fantastic free agency this would be. Are you willing to take a lesser contract? Ooh, he's working on that 1 year. That 1 year's coming down. He's probably not going to budge. Defenseman. Have I kind of put all my eggs in the basket? Okay. Travis Hamonic here. But, yeah. Question. Oh, God. I'd love to trade a guy like Carl Alsner right now. Find a trade for Carl Alsner, please. Trade block. Trade machine. Talk to me here. Find me a trade for Carl Alsner. Find me that trade. No trades found. Tatar. I don't want to give up Tatar or Petrie. Gardner, no. Cole Caulfield's making a good amount of money. Juleson's fine. Mete, yeah, none of these guys really. I do have to sign Kotkaniemi after the season too. View contracts. Let me see how much money we have next season, and we have to sign Petrie, Gallagher, and Kotkaniemi. We have 30 million, so about 8 or 7 million for Roman Josi. Would not cut into that too much. Who's expiring? I want to get Kotkaniemi signed now because I think he's gonna. Oh my God! What? I could give him a 6-year deal worth $7.5 million. I'm gonna do that deal. If he accepts this contract extension, I will jump for joy. Plus, he'll still be an RFA upon expiry. Wow, that would be ridiculous. Okay, let's advance a couple days, see what he says to that contract extension offer. Boom! We did get Jesper Kotkaniemi back for 6 years at $7.5 million. And Roman Josi is still a free agent. We still have $7.1 million. Roman, I'm telling you, you're gonna have to lower that asking price, my guy. Nobody's buying. Nobody's buying. I got $7 million. I can work with this. Let's go another week, I think. Third and a third for Eves. No. Cody Eakin. No. All right, let's go see if Roman Josi is still a free agent. I really don't like the fact that I just aggressively simmed a week. I just assume he's still a free agent. He is still a free agent. Still wants that 6-year contract at $9 million. But now we are getting somewhere. I'm going to offer him the 1-year deal. See if he can just wants to come. We're getting money off the books next year anyway. He's probably going to be insulted by this contract offer. Yeah. When you decide to make an offer amount of years I want, you should be, well, thinking financially. Yeah, whatever. Nope, don't want Matt Martin. Thank you very much. Wow, come on. I want Roman Josi. Let me have my Roman Josi, please. Oh, he wants 1 year at 7.6 now, do ya? Okay. What? Wow. 7 years at 14 million. Roman, would you chill, bud? Okay. Let's see if is he willing to negotiate a 1 year, $7.1 million deal just to play the sport of hockey? Melker Carlson? Not really what I'm looking for. I do like the fact that teams are more aggressive trading, though. It's not that annoying to me because they're actually reasonable deals in my eyes. Simply not with, we should discuss a higher salary. All right. Carter Rowney? No. I am not taking up any more of my cap space until I can sign Roman Josi. $7.2 million. He wants $7.2 million. Come on, Roman. You gotta accept the 7.17. It's all I have to offer. It's all I have, Roman. You're gonna take everything I have. Yeah, okay, Sharks. I don't want Vladimir Sobotka. I live with that as a Sabres fan. No, he went to the Islanders, and now we have $7 million in cap space and no defenseman. There is no more defenseman for us to go after. That is horrible. Oh my God, I should have just signed somebody. We didn't have the cap space to sign him. I couldn't have figured out a way to. Oh shit. Defenseman in this on the team. I guess Carl Alsner is going to have to earn his $4.6 million. I guess he's just going to have to flat out earn it. Okay. In the system, what kind of... We got Mike Riley here, though. Very high. His morale is not very high. He hates me. So, I mean, he's a pretty good player, though. I think he's a 78. So, you know what I should have done? I should have looked to move him. Main roster, forwards. What do we have as far as forward? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I think we're good at forward. I do think we need to sign some defensemen for the AHL. Sign some free agents. Let's just go with anybody up here at the top. Braden Point, I mean, I'd offer him a contract, but wow, 1 year at $5.8 million. But would I be willing to give this up? 5.9 million. We do not have the proper compensation. What is it? Because we don't have a second or something like that? I think we might have given up our second this year. Damn, oh, we lost out on Roman Yossi. Can I throw money at the Islanders and can they just give them to me? What picks don't we have this year? We have our first, we have our second, we have our third. Oh, we don't have our third. I think it would be a first and a third for Braden Point. I'd do it. Shit, I'd do it. I might look to make a trade for a defenseman. Just see who's got some... Wow! They want to get rid of Josh Manson. And Cam Fowler. They're both 28. I like the contract of Manson better. Ooh, that's a interesting trade block you got there, Anaheim. I may have to come circle back. We might not be done here in this video. If I find a trade that I'm going to pursue, I'll let you guys know. Kyle Oposo not going to make that trade. But, ooh, Justin Falk. I forgot he's still a, is he left-handed? No, he's right-handed. I do need a lefty. Alright, I'll jump back in when I've got something here. Unfortunately, guys, it really doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to make a move for a defenseman. I mean, trading a guy like Petrie for somebody else is not going to really solve the problem, so I guess we'll just have to rock. I mean, it's not a terrible defensive core. I'd like it to be better than it is. I'm going to go ahead here and just sign that. I'm just jump back in to let you guys know that I'm not going to be able to find anybody, but I am going to jump in here now and just sign a bunch of guys for the AHL. Just some guys to fill out the roster. So I'm going to go ahead, do that now. You guys don't have to watch me as I do this. So I'll jump in when we get the lines all set to start next season. Alright guys, I'm just going to pop back in and say I'm really upset that this trade came through now. Is this going to clear up $4.6 million of cap space? We're going to get Tyler Ennis, who's not great. I don't see why the LA Kings would do this deal. I might hold on to Alzner simply because he is the 6th best defenseman we have on this roster right now. It's as simple as that. But, you know, if this trade will happen now, I think it can happen again in the future. So, Hudon, accept the contract, which is fine. I filled out the roster basically with everyone else. And now it's time to check out our lines. And you know what? I'm not going to be too upset with these lines. We'll just hit best lines here. This line doesn't look to be all that good. Frolik, oh, look at Paling up there at an 84. Cole Caulfield can still play on that, on the first line, actually. I don't want to play him on the first line. His tendencies are all screwed up, but we're seeing some pretty serious... Wow! He's got some serious offensive potential here, guys. I think I might just do one of these. Gallagher and then Tatar down there on that third line. Gallagher's a right wing. Drouin's a left wing, so we'll make that even better there. Maroon lefty, okay. Fine with me. Do we have anybody scratched that I'd like to see starting? Nick Cousins, maybe, over Hudon. Hudon out, Nick Cousins in. Go ahead and hit yes there. Fine with me. Who's got the better face-off rating? Oh, Jesus. Jordan Wheel has a really good face-off rating. We'll do one of those. Thomas Tatar there on that third line with Paling and Maroon. Trying to surround Paling with some pretty good talent. Paling does say he's a second-line center. Oh, wow. But I do want Kotkaniemi to grow. He is medium elite. We have a really strong center core. I think Kotkaniemi, medium elite. I think we might have to take a look at Kotkaniemi on that first line instead of Max Domi. I think it could be a really interesting because he's a good defender. Taylor Hall's not bad. Cole Caulfield isn't great. And Domi, I mean, Domi's pretty good at defense too. So, Domi's listed as a playmaker, sniper, playmaker, sniper. Then we got sniper, playmaker, two-way forward, which is satisfying to me. And I think I'm going to leave that like that on offense. On defense, Noah Juleson grew to an 80. Man, oh man, does this... Oh, this looks so much better. I don't feel nearly as bad. But having a guy like... Any of those guys, really, would have been really nice to have. Petrie, okay. Nobody, shifting anybody around here doesn't change a thing. So I might just load it up there. Mete's a left-handed shot. Gardner's a left-handed shot. Right, left. I mean, it's perfect. Right, left, so it works. And then in goal, we've got Braden Holtby and Keith Kincaid. So hopefully Holtby can have a bounce-back season. In the AHL, just a ton of guys that I signed. Victor Olofsson is now up to a 73. I mean, good. He's on the Sabres' first line. I mean, come on, seriously. Ikonen, move him up there. Oh, Yolanen is a medium top 6 forward. You know what? I might play him instead of Teasdale. Because I don't think Teasdale is... Yeah, he's medium top 9. Victor Olofsson is also medium top 9. Yolanen, play him there. Bo Bennett, Nick Suzuki. Nick Suzuki has the potential to grow for us even more, so that'd be great. Defensively, we still got Mike Riley here with Yakovlev. So I just signed a ton of guys. So the AHL team could be pretty good, I think. Lindgren and then Lecove. I could probably look to sign a backup goaltender. Set the captains. Domi's the assistant, Gallagher's the assistant, and Shea Weber's the captain. I'm cool with that. And those are the lines, guys. Let me know if you have any suggestions. I'm looking forward to it. We're listed as a contender. We're not listed as a champion. I think champion's above contender. As far as free agents, though, nobody else left, I believe. Braden Point, I'd have to go get our third back. It would cost us a first and a third, but hell, I could even do it. But I think this team is pretty much set how it is. You guys let me know what you think. I think this was a pretty successful offseason. Our first offseason with this team. Didn't go exactly how I had planned. The Braden Holtby signing was great for us. The Roman Josi saga, not so great. We were in contracts with him, and he spurned us to go to the Islanders, who probably had just enough cap space, and I refuse to trade with the Islanders anymore. But that's okay, because I think we have a pretty good roster. And we have our first this year, which I don't think I'm going to trade away because I want to pick in this draft. Although when we win the Cup, who's really going to matter where we pick? Avery Swab, some good defensemen probably at the top of this draft. But all right, guys, that's all the time I have for this one. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.